Ozzy, and the kids were like,
And we're live, Zarar. All right, so KhanTent Podcast, Episode 3, best Muslim podcast on YouTube. Forget Ansari Podcast, forget Mad Mamluks, forget the thinking Muslim. We're going to be number one, inshallah.
I
All right,
like
so we
that
have.
zoom in that just happened
Oh, does it happen by itself?
to this.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. So we got Azar right next to me. We got Mudassir right under me. And then, of course, last but not least, we got Zarar. Z. We got some crazy stuff to talk about today. So, Trump, Elon, Vivek, there's a lot of internal stuff going on in that party. A lot of people fighting over each other. We've heard about airplanes blowing up. I think today was the second airplane that blew up, or yesterday,
Air
right?
Canada.
Yeah, crazy. And then apparently, Zarar broke a new PR at the gym.
On the bench.
What'd you do?
Last week we matched our body weight, 178.
Ooh, mashallah.
Today
okay.
we hit 190 for two.
190. 190 for two.
two.
Wait, this
190
is
for two.
bench? This bench?
On the bench.
Mashallah, dang. So you could probably bench 200.
We start. Not yet. I can't do 200 yet. So we already got a hater over here. Can't let nobody win.
Who?
That's sir. In a free weight. When's the last time you went to the gym?
Wait. Was it free weights?
The Smith machine.
Smith machine.
We know how
minus 20.
We know how Ozzer feels about those.
Team, what do we feel about that?
I had to be.
Can I go first? Zarar, man, come on, you got to do PR with free weights. I agree with that.
I have no access.
Or a bar.
I don't have access to it. I don't have access to that.
PF does.
No, they don't have free weights.
Yeah, they do.
What do you think? What do you think, Ozzy? What are you thinking?
The door and you go all the way to the right.
Yeah, that's where the Smith machines are for the like it's an actual bench, but it's on a Smith machine.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Ozzy, what do you think about the Smith machine?
I feel like I was misled. For
a
sure.
little bit, yeah.
I was misled because he'd been talking about this all day in all his group chats that he got 190 PR. So I was excited for him. I told him, "Way to go, Zarar!" And now he drops this news. Now he tells me it's on a Smith machine. I mean, I don't know what to say now.
It's okay.
Hey, mashallah. Listen, man. Listen.
PR is a PR. We started off at 120 3 months ago. So we're making progress.
A PR is a PR. You got to do what you got to do for your big day. Inshallah. All right?
Step by step.
Step by step. Something changed about this man. Something changed about this man.
10 pull-ups.
No
10
way.
pull-ups in a row.
No, we need to double click on this.
There was no Smith machine.
So was it like this?
Straight like this. 10.
Was it?
Dude, that's impressive. I'm actually more.
Next week, Mudassir should have the pull-up bar up.
Extension?
Full extension, all the way down. All the way down, hanging.
I'm actually more impressed by that than the Smith machine.
Mudassir should have the bar up next week so I can demonstrate. I'll try to do 12.
Wait, what? Okay, that's not bad. How long you been doing that for?
So I started off when Mudassir got his bar. Maybe how long ago was it? Maybe like 2 months ago.
I was 2024.
3 months ago. I was unable to even do one. I would just hang on it. I'd come halfway up, and Mudassir was like, "That's not a real pull-up. That's not a pull-up. That's not a pull-up." Until I started coming up, going back down, coming up slowly
he's
from
channeling.
1, 2.
He's channeling all the energy. That's what I'm gonna say. He's channeling the energy.
Zarar,
so he's doing.
Zarar, be honest. Was I someone who is breaking you down or building you up?
Oh, you were telling me that's not a real pull-up, meaning like I was getting drive from it. Every time I walked out this room, I'd push up.
I would show you how to do it. I would show you how to do it and teach you about the negatives, right?
Guys, I have a confession to make. So based off Zarar's PR, I have to confess I'm in horrible shape, bro. I'm at the highest weight I've ever been.
Is that your new PR?
Let me just say. I saw him the other week.
bro, it ain't good, man. It ain't good. I mean, bro, I've been YouTube. 35-page paper for school, working full time, got a family. It ain't easy.
School's over.
I got a break, but yeah, I gotta get back at it.
We barely have a family. Barely.
Compared to our parents, yeah. I walked in there,
I almost said Papa instead of an Ab.
Wait, so
Yeah.
so Inam, I think Inam, for you, I think we chilled last week. It's a mental game. It's a
Yeah, for
mentality
sure.
check you got to do. That's it. Simple as that.
How
One
about
year
this?
ago, you would have
Yeah.
told me I have no excuse. Like you would have told me and lectured me that I have no excuse. But now, like you're spiraling. You just got to catch yourself. That's it.
Well, I
Okay, how
know.
about this? How about this? Wait, we use the podcast as a check-in. Next week I check in with you guys. Inshallah.
Sounds
Let's
good.
do it.
I remember having
Inshallah.
those updates from Inam. He would close all the rings by 1 p.m.
Bro, I used to go to the gym before work. That was insane.
So
And
can I
this
take the
brother,
floor
mashallah, who
for?
used to be eating keto, and he was
Yeah.
he was eating a raw egg, and like not raw eggs, just eggs without any bread or salad. You need that American salad, but I I'm
Bro,
sorry. I'm sorry.
every
Wait,
day
wait,
in
wait.
my
What's the other
house.
saying? What's the other saying?
So I got two things to say. So one is Chris Gethin, get on that.
Dude,
Period.
for real. He's the one guy that works on me, bro. The one guy that works.
Is this a program, the 10-week program?
The 12-week. I'm
12
on like
week.
round 2 of it. I'm on my second month almost.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Chris Gethin does these programs where it's like a vlog. He'll do a daily video and he's training two other people. And throughout the 12-week or 10-week program, whatever it is, those two people lose weight. So if you look at day one and you look at the last day, you see a noticeable difference between those people. It's actually insane. He tells them what to eat and how to exercise and all of that stuff. And basically the point is you do that same program and follow it to the T and you're gonna get similar results. So I
And
found those very
we
helpful.
got results.
What do
We
you guys
got
think
results,
about
right?
supplements? You
I
guys
take my
any?
creatine every day. I take protein every day.
Yeah,
That's about
yeah.
it.
I agree. I take creatine, protein. I don't really take pre-workouts that much. I mean, coffee is fine
Yeah.
for me, to be honest.
Yeah,
I do take L-carnitine when I'm trying to burn fat.
What's that?
L-carnitine, I think what it does is that it forces it forces your cells to use a little bit more fat as energy compared to how carbs are like the main source usually, and then fat's like the secondary source. I think it encourages your body to use fat as a primary source sometimes. So like people say over a long extended period of time, like 3 months, you could get a 5-10% difference in weight loss.
Oh, not bad. Guys, I take melatonin too. It's my
Do
other
you really?
supplement.
You take melatonin?
You got to get that 8 hours in. That's for sure.
Bro, wait. So when you were over my house, did you take that?
No, I didn't.
Uh,
But
did it
So-
tire you
I
out?
was out of my rhythm at your house.
so
Hmm.
I started taking creatine in the beginning for maybe the first month and a half. Then I completely stopped. I don't have pre-workout. I drink coffee right before the gym.
Yeah, I thought I
While
saw
I'm
you, dude.
while I'm working out, I have coffee with me.
Why'd you stop
And
creatine?
why I stopped creatine, it was hard being consistent with it. And the person I was going to the gym with, he's ripped and he doesn't take any of the supplements. And he was pretty adamant that can do it. He told me you can do it without it. And it's all a mindset. When you're under the bench or whatever you're doing, the pull-up bar, you just got to think to yourself, I don't know, whatever gets you going.
Well,
And
I've actually okay. So
I'm
my take
curious
on
what you
this,
think. Yeah.
yeah. So creatine is actually the most researched supplement out there. More research than anything. You guys could look that up. It's more research than any other supplement, and I mean it's natural. I think it's found with fish and stuff like that. So I mean, personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I know some people. I guess it's a mindset stuff. Actually, Alex Hormozy doesn't take it, which I found curious. I don't know what his reason is for that. He's on steroids, so it's like, okay.
He really is.
Oh yeah, he says it. He says it. He's on testosterone. Alex Hormozy.
So, what did you see any difference from taking creatine? Because I definitely did.
I saw a difference.
Your muscles feel fuller for sure. For sure.
You get an extra pump.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get a pump much
you're
easier.
able
yeah.
to do more. You're able to do more.
I
took it,
noticed I could do more. Exactly, Melissa, what you're saying.
but you know what I also noticed? You can do a lot more of a workout if you have a partner. Like that is a
Yeah.
huge
Yeah.
difference. Like it's like
Yeah.
the difference between you doing 4 pull-ups and like 8. I think it doubles my performance.
It
pull-ups
depends on your
especially.
partners. Yeah, it depends on your partner. Sometimes I feel like you end up doing more. Sometimes you end up talking a lot and not doing much.
I think if it's partners at equal levels, a lot of times I
Yeah.
go to the gym with somebody that's can bench like double what I'm benching, and I don't have like any like record to beat. It's just like I'm just doing me. I'm gonna just lower the weight every time I get on it. It's not like I want to up it or something.
I went to the gym nearby a couple months back, different gym that I've been going to nowadays. This dude, by the way, he's like probably 170 pounds. My boy had about 345 on the bench.
Bench?
And you know when people like they put their heels or whatever on the not the heel, I don't know what.
On the
Like
floor, yeah, like your
arch
toes,
their body.
yeah.
No,
He was not even on the bench at that. Just his shoulder blades and
Yeah.
his feet were making contact with the ground. Nothing else was on not touching anything, and he was lifting over 345.
Bro, I know what you're talking about. That's like a really specific form. They used to do that in football. I used to see some people doing that.
It,
Like your hips
isolates
aren't
the
touching the
chest, right?
bench, right? Yeah.
It's like
What was
yeah.
that?
That helps
It
you, by the
isolates
way.
the chest, no?
That help
Because
no
you
that
you arch
that
your
help.
Wait, let
body.
Mudassar talk. Let Mudassar talk. What'd you say, Mudassar?
Are you talking about when they put their like heels on the bench?
No, they put it
Because
on the
some people do
floor, but
that
they
as
arch
well.
it.
They
I
arch their back a lot. Yeah, go ahead, Zara.
Okay.
So I actually put my heels. I put my legs up onto the bench. My legs are not on the floor when I'm benching, because
Mm.
that activates complete chest. You're
Mhm.
no longer using any legs. The thing Ozzer is talking about, he's driving through his legs. So that's why he's able to do 345. Otherwise,
Even if you do that, it's crazy amounts of
it is
carbs.
it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. If you put 300 on me, it's gonna just drop on my chest. But it gives him a lot of drive to push back up because he's
Let
pushing
me
out his legs.
let me tell you what's been transformative for me, guys. It's fixing my diet. Like
Oh, yeah, for sure.
high protein diet. I've been able to think more clearly, feel great in the morning, not wake up with headaches. Like my life has totally changed. That's number
Mhm.
one. Then number two is getting in that 8 hours a day. Again, transformation. That was the second layer of transformation. And third is cream on top is that weightlifting. Like I hit the gym regular. But I'm scared also, like, what happened to you? I feel like that could happen to me instantly. Like, oh, I just
Bro,
stopped going. And then that's it, I spiral.
bro, it's the foodies, man. We're honestly people who aren't foodies, bro, they're blessed indirectly.
What does there?
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Yo.
So
He
I need
looks
to.
like that. He sits like that in front of food, by the way.
So I need the reason I also stopped taking creatine is it adds a lot of water weight on you.
But who cares?
And
Who
and
cares? Who you
wait,
trying to
wait, wait,
impress?
wait. It adds a
No.
lot of water weight on you, and it makes you a little thicker. I'm already thick as is.
Yeah, what do
So
they
No,
say?
but
Thicker like a snicker. So
Wait,
yeah, no,
wait,
but
wait.
Zara, like you said, if it's water weight, doesn't matter. It's not fat. I
yeah.
mean, if anything, it'll make you look more brolic. Wait, what were you saying with this? Sorry, what did you say?
With the creatine, actually, that's one thing. I took creatine for a little bit, and that's one thing I liked about it. Is it motivated me to actually how many times we actually drink as much water as we're supposed to. So like I was like maxing out. I used to fill my 32-ounce Stanley like 3 times and drink it
Mhm.
all. Like it was a good like motivator to drink your water. So that's why I
wait, but
like
I
you know.
heard that what? So I heard that you can get water poisoning, which at one point I had lost a lot of weight. I don't know. Remember, Zarar? We went on the grand road trip, ate all the snacks between New York and Seattle, and then we
Yeah.
wanted to lose the weight. So we were drinking like 8, 10 cups of water a day. At some point,
You're
I don't want to
supposed to
get
drink
graphic
8.
here, but like at
Mhm.
some point it was all just liquid. Okay. That's
Yeah.
that's the first thing I heard that you can get poisoning. And the second is that I heard people like you're saying research, people are saying you don't need that much water for creatine. Like I heard normal plus a little bit water consumption and you're good.
Mhm.
Otherwise
Yeah.
I can't survive, guys.
Remember,
Like
But
let's
my
go
dad
back.
normal,
tells me to drink a gallon a day.
but normal is 8 cups.
Yeah.
No, it says you pour
So
fluid
Whoa,
ounces or
that's a
something like that.
lot.
no,
8 cups.
so my thing is a few points. First of all, I'm not a health expert or anything, but there is like from what I understand, Modesta is right. Like they say you should try to drink like around a gallon. That's like 16 cups, right? Yeah,
No,
and
yeah, it's 16
no,
cups.
yeah, but like water poisoning is very different. That's like way more than 16 cups, bro. Yeah, I don't think it's not easy to get water poisoning.
You gotta
That's like
consume
when you drink too much
a lot
water,
of it.
right?
Water poisoning,
Yeah,
it says, is occurs when the body has too much water and not enough sodium.
Yeah, so they
oh
say
yeah, that's what
electrolytes
it
fix that.
does.
Electrolytes fix it.
So
Yeah.
it says no set
Remember,
amount.
remember. Let's go back to that trip. I remember we came back and we were huge. We were ballooned up, and we said we weren't gonna line up our beards.
bro.
No, we said we weren't gonna cut our hair. It was
Cut
gonna
our
grow
hair,
out.
yes.
Then
We were looking like
then-
cavemen.
Then Ozzer needed to go see a potential spouse.
And then a girl happened, as usual. And they
so then
Nah.
my
And
man
Inam, where do you live?
caved.
I live in Ohio, Cincinnati.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
Oh,
yeah,
we took another
we-
road trip. Let's just say.
Yo, it's a topic, bro. Why you getting
Yo,
on
bro, can we talk about how my dad? Okay, so we have an RV. So tell me how he's totally okay driving his RV to, like, let's say you're trying to check out a girl's.
No way. No.
But
I swear.
But you know
Pulled up
what?
to the
You know what's
consulate
crazy?
on RV.
Like you feel crazy because you're like, we're really going to RV, and your parents are like, yeah, we're going to RV. Hi.
Yeah, she wants to see Baba. Bro,
So
no
I
way.
keep calling her when I went to Inam's house. I kept calling her Ayla. So when Trump accepted the president, whatever that night, he told Melania that when her mom passed away, he was like recognizing her in his talk. So he said, Amalia, we miss her, don't we? Okay, but anyway, the RV.
You're muted.
It's really an RV. I'm telling you.
Shoot.
See,
So-
I'm nice with that. I don't let a man go 10 minutes muted.
Well,
So
my
we
brother's
showed-
family is from Atlanta. We drove the RV there.
It's 2 out of
Bro.
2, my man. So it works, right?
We
Bro,
showed
even to
up. We
Michigan.
showed.
Yes, even to Michigan.
No, we
came
didn't
in the
go to
RV.
Michigan
Yeah,
in
we
RV.
did. We went in the RV the first time.
Bro, how do you explain that?
And
How do you
guess
explain
what?
that?
No,
Andre,
no.
do you not get questions for
No,
that?
Inamu,
You
let
just
me
give
tell
them a
you.
tour. You give them a tour. That's
They get a tour too. They get a tour.
That comes with the RV trip.
It's like I feel like if you have nothing to talk about, like just take them on a tour of the RV.
Yeah, you want to go out there?
Literally, we show up to the complex, and it's like
Bro, it's an apartment complex.
We
like,
couldn't
we
even
can't.
fit into
There's a
it.
There's a height limit for vehicles to come in, and we're
Bro.
just there 10 deep in RV. 12.
Well, all of you guys went? All of you guys went?
Mad
All of you guys
heads
went?
came up,
12
yes.
deep.
We were
Bro.
all
They
in
enter the
our
RV. They enter the RV. There's bags everywhere.
I can't.
Let's talk about it different. Let's talk
And
about
there's
it.
a
While we're
mom
talking,
cameo that came
as
into
we're
our
talking about
podcast.
RVs, this past winter or summer, these guys just went on a road trip to Canada. On their way back, so you know how us Dissies, we pack food, we got Kagina, brain, this and that. So, Mudassar Azar, what do you guys want to tell this story? It's hilarious.
I wasn't on the trip.
Oh yes, you weren't, Mudassar.
So let me tell you what happened. So we're here, came back from Nova Scotia, beautiful place. Did you know it means New Scotland? Nova
I actually did not know that. Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
and it looks like Scotland. I've never been to Scotland, but I've seen pictures, and it really does look like that, like the white rocks and like it's like islandy too. But anyways, so we're coming back from this trip. It's probably 12 a.m. at night, or a little bit later when we're gonna cross the border. It's some random border. It's not the major ones. So we're coming into America.
Wait, hold up. It's in Canada?
Yeah, Nova
coming
Scotia.
from
Yeah, yeah.
Canada. Yeah, Canada is in Nova Scotia is in Canada.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize it. Okay, so you're at the border?
Oh yeah, so we're coming back from there. So we're going from Canada to the U.S. and we're crossing the border in a camper at like 1 a.m., 12 a.m., right? And we're pulled in. So they want to like check out the camper and check out.
Oh,
wanted
man.
a
Ah.
They
They
want to check
wanted
out
a
the
tour.
6 head. They want to check out the 6 head in the camper.
Yeah.
Right? So then we're told to bring our phones out and leave the camper unlocked.
Oh, wait.
and everything.
Wait, you guys got interviewed and all that?
Not yet. So we go inside and we're just sitting there for mad long. And apparently we're supposed to have left our phones in the camper,
Yeah.
right? And we're not supposed to bring them because they're going to collect it from the camper.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, they collect the phones from the camper, but one individual, I'll not name names, has their phone in their pocket inside this inside the border office. So anyways, they basically start calling people up one by one because they're just like checking people.
Mhm.
I don't know what they're checking. I personally wasn't ever called up. I don't
Yeah.
know why. Maybe because I was young. or
Kid, you're
something.
probably a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, one person was told to unlock their phone, and then they said, "Why am I going to unlock their phone? Because we think we all have these rights, right, of
Yeah. Oh
privacy."
god.
So, anyways,
Pakistani man
they
knows
said,
the law.
they said, if you don't unlock your phone, we're going to confiscate it, and we're going to unlock it anyways, and you'll get it back. So then he was forced to unlock his phone. Then they basically plugged in the phone. I guess they downloaded all the information or whatever, and then
No.
and then they're going through it, and then they're
No
asking him questions
way.
like, "Do you know this person? Do you know this person?" and things like that. So,
No
anyways, that gets
way.
Bro,
solved.
these are Canadians? Are you
The
sure?
No, the Americans are doing it to the
Bro,
Americans.
no, Azra, I've heard the Americans are much tougher. Like going back to your own country in America is actually even my own personal experience. That's
It
true.
depends. It
Going to
depends.
Canada is easier.
It depends on the person you get. So we got
Yeah,
like this
that's true.
cranky woman in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Anyways, so what Zarar wants to talk about is that's what happened in the office. Meanwhile, they're checking out inside of our camper, and we have all the food. And there's one food. It's called khagina. No, that's not khagina. It's called mazra. That's what we call it in Pashto. Anyways, the label is written. The label is written in English. Azza, you want to tell us what that it says? It's in a blue barton, in a blue container.
Oh
It says
God.
brain. And it's out. So then we're all inside. We're like thinking, like they're gonna go in our fridge and they're gonna see brain, and what are they gonna think?
Bro.
And
In
there's
Nova
just dudes,
Scotia,
straight
of all
dudes,
places.
straight dudes in a RV that looks like straight out of Breaking Bad. When
Oh,
they're
before
out.
this,
Bro, our RVs are always at least 12 to 15 years old.
They don't have the TVs in them. Let's just
yes,
say.
and also we're all men. And by the way, before we got there, I guess they've been tracking us or something because some random guy pulls us over in the middle of the highway. He like flags us down. He's not even like cop or anything, and he's telling the driver. He says, "Oh, you guys, you have like illegals in there?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I do that sometimes
What?
too."
Oh,
Like,
that.
he's like trying to give tips on how
Oh.
to smuggle people in. He's basically trying to clip
No,
the driver.
you think he was just trying to see if you guys bite, and then he'll be like, "Oh, these guys are doing something."
Exactly.
He's trying to bait you
Exactly.
guys. He's trying to bait you
Yeah.
guys. Yo,
That's
actually,
what I think. It's crazy
no.
though. It's crazy. They really
You know
be
what?
tracking you.
We got a lot of
'Cause-
RV stories.
Honestly, when I go to the border, I'm pretty like open and clear. I believe I'm an American citizen. I
Mhm.
Believe
use
it.
that to my
Bro.
advantage anywhere, everywhere. In Egypt, the guy was going to try to charge me to go into the pyramid, double the price.
Yeah.
And my dad and my brother were like, "Yeah, we're Pakistani." When he asked, and he was like, "Okay, that's 25 pounds," and I was like, I'm American. Here's my
Yo.
passport. He was like, "My brother, let me give you the tour."
Nah, he's kidding not though. That literally happened.
Yeah.
But you know what's
Wow.
interesting about that story is that what are they gonna do with us if they do find something? They're gonna
You
keep
know-
us in Canada?
You're probably gonna have to
No.
get an H1B visa at that point to get back in.
It works.
Bro.
I should have went on that.
What's
trip.
up with the
Well-
H1B visas?
Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? That's a good transition. Let's talk about Trump and Elon. So apparently, there's like this huge
I
rip
got
going
caught
on
up.
between Trump, Elon, Vivek Ramaswamy, all these guys mixed into it. And basically, Elon and Vivek are saying that they're very pro H1B visas and Indians. For those that don't know, H1B visas are basically for tech companies, so you can get super cheap labor, usually from India, to do stuff in the STEM field like tech, right? So you get employees at like a fraction of the cost, and so they're very big on that. And then there's like another section of the MAGA support that's breaking up, and they're like, no, we're against H1B because they're taking jobs from Americans. So apparently there's this huge thing going on in X where like two factions are breaking up in the MAGA party right now for the first time. And it's like, are we American only, or are we, no DEI and the best to do the job, basically? So what are your thoughts on that? Let's start with Azra. What do you think? Because you're in the tech field, right? You're in the tech field right now. I'm sure you work with some H1B guys. What do you think about this?
Yeah. So my thoughts are, there's definitely important debates happening. The fact that these debates are even happening within one party, I
Yeah.
think that's pretty cool. The
Mhm.
fact that there's a back and forth happening within the right wing, that's pretty cool. The fact that that even exists, that's one. Two is, I feel like I'm trying to be empathetic. I feel like the only time I ever hear that someone's on I think on an H1B, and I got to get smart about visas, but like
Yeah.
on an H1B is like the people I know, the only time someone has ever told me is when it's about to run out and they're about to be like deported from the country. Like
Mhm.
they're like 1 month out telling me like, bro, I'm on this H1B. It's gonna run out. They're gonna send me back. Do you have a job or something? I'm like, it's tough, but like it's one of those things that you don't really think about it until it really matters and starts to like affect someone's life. That's when
Yeah.
it like,
That's
oh
usually when it creeps up because they basically have to leave everything and go back home to India.
yeah.
So a lot of, I
But
mean,
then
playing devil's
when
advocate.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
go ahead. No, no, go
Yeah, but
ahead.
then when it comes to like IT companies, I know for sure that like people are getting cheaper labor, and actually they're capping the salary of salaries across the board by introducing the H1B visa employee because they naturally will warrant a
Accept a
lower
lower,
salary,
yeah,
and then you have
close to.
qualified people that are basically being pulled down because of those people. The business wins, so
Yeah, yeah.
it's pretty crazy to me.
So,
Yeah.
so that's playing devil's advocate. That's what the other side is saying. They're basically saying that the billionaires like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, are they really America first or are they profits first? Because from their point of view, they're just finding people that they can use to make the most money for both of their companies, by the way. And the fact of the matter is, there are qualified candidates in America. I think Vivek Ramaswamy had one post saying that we actually don't have enough qualified candidates in America. And I'm not sure if that's true. And from my experience, I've actually noticed that a lot of the folks that are H1B, they're actually very low skilled, and a lot of times they get trained on the job. So I'm not sure how true that is. Mudassir and Zara, do you guys have any experience or
Well,
any
well,
thoughts on this?
Zarar is in the job market right now. So let
So
us know
What do
I
what
you
you
was
think?
think.
so
What do you
I
think?
was actually looking at Reddit posts about this H1B visa stuff. Um, there was just like a left wing or right wing guy talking about how left wing guy talking about how they're just trying to like get cheap labor, this and that. They don't even pay them. Gonna be bad like work environment, this and that. And a lot of H1B visa comments,
Hmm.
holder comments, where underneath they're saying they're making a lot of money. They're getting paid equally. They're living good. They're being given respect. The only issue they have is that 3 month period if they get laid off.
Yeah.
And how what Azar is saying is that um, the business is always going to pick the cheaper salary because
Hmm.
it's smarter for them, which leaves these other qualified people open for jobs. And at
Hmm.
some point, you need to feed your family. So you're getting a little desperate and you're going to take the job of the person that's a level under you. And they're
Hmm.
going to take the job of the person that's under them. And that kind of leaves me where I am today. The job market is fully like for entry level taken by junior people with maybe 5, 6 years of experience, if not more.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going into a recession because of that. It's
Yeah.
going to be like
And
2008 on steroids.
yeah, and that's another thing people say. They're literally taking jobs from qualified Americans. I think that's another argument someone made. Like people coming out of college are having a more difficult time finding a job. And I think another aspect of this that people aren't talking about is in my personal experience, like anecdotally, I used to live in Connecticut, and Connecticut was the insurance hub of the country at one point, right? They had a lot of insurance companies, a lot of tech jobs there, and they would have a lot of H1B guys. I would see in Hartford all the time. They'd all come in the bus and go on a bus and all of that. And something I noticed that a lot of these guys, because they're coming temporarily, they do make decent money. It's less than Americans, but it's not that much less. They make this decent wage, and literally, I kid you not, they send 98% of it back home. So it's not even in our own local economies. They will not spend a dime here. They're trying to save every penny and they send it back home to India. So it's like that's another thing. It's like not only are you not helping American citizens, the money is leaving the country, and the only one that's really profiting are the big companies. Which
Yeah.
I guess that can still be good for America in like the grand scheme of things, but local economy wise, it's not. I don't think that's a good thing.
I
What
think
did
you're
you
on the
think
dot
about?
there.
Oh, go ahead, Minister.
I think you're
Yeah,
on
go
the
ahead.
dot there. But also another thing is, as Zarar was saying, I have been looking around for like internships and these type of things, and I've applied to like programs, research programs, and the amount of experience required for like pre bachelor degree positions or opportunities is insane. Like it's insane because someone applying to a position, let's say that's an internship, is competing with people that have done a bachelor's or have been doing a bachelor's and have done like 4 different internships. And if I personally were to see somebody who gave in their resume who had that much experience, and then I saw somebody who's a fresh person coming into college or out of, or like advancing through college, right? I would pick the other guy 100%. 10 times out of 10 if I was a company, because why would I want to spend resources training this other person, spending effort on this other person, taking a risk when I know that I can hire this other person, right? That has this experience.
Yeah.
So I think the opportunity for giving opportunities to people is like very tight.
What do you guys think about? So Vivek put this post, and he said, basically, there's something wrong with American culture. We look up to the prom king and prom queen and the football player, but we don't look up to the nerd. And you know what? I don't want people to look up to the nerd.
No, I mean, okay, when he says that like a cultural thing, that is kind of true because I mean, I don't know, again, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but that does happen in American culture. And you'll see other cultures, like let's say India or China. I think people do look up to the smartest person in class a lot more out there than over here, right? People don't really appreciate the smartest guy in the classroom until like 10 years later when, they're doing well in their career or something.
Let's go back like 10,000 years.
Yeah.
Let's go back from let's say 10,000 years ago until like 300 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's what? That's 9,700 years. Humanity always valued like the fittest, the strongest, you know what I mean? Like those ideal, like that is something baked in our DNA. Like the guy who can hunt the best, he probably has the biggest muscles or whatever, and he like becomes the leader of the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think about those two things? So on one hand, you're saying you're right, like in India and other places they probably do prioritize the math Olympiad, but then on the other hand, like society and humanity was favoring the strongest person, not necessarily the most intellectual person.
No, that's a good point. I think there's definitely some natural biology baked into that, obviously, and you can't just change culture. I think I'm not I don't know. What do you think?
And I don't want the nerds to run the world. Like, I prefer if it's like raw, like you're good at football, you're good at this other. Go ahead, like you're an alpha male. Like
at the same time, I don't agree with you there, because imagine a world ran by like LeBron James and Odell Beckham. And
all right, I take everything back. I take it all back.
Imagine, at some point, I do agree with one reporter that told LeBron, just shut up and dribble the ball. Because he has had that Malcolm X book, he ain't never opened that yet.
They said he's
never
still went past the first page.
I saw that video recently, by the way, where he said, they asked him, so what do you like about Malcolm X book? Then he's holding it in his hand. Then he said the most generic stuff, and you're like, second grader knows about.
You don't think you read it?
All right, let me add one more thing to the fire here. So let me add one more thing. So I've also been here. There's a lot of different dimensions of the H1B thing. So one thing I've been hearing is people are saying when the H1B people become like citizens and then they start running the companies and become people in management, they start hiring people from their same culture, and it becomes like this. An Indian guy, for example, is running a department. Now all the people in his department are Indian. Mm-hmm. So for example, Chinese, take any cultures, put it right in there. They do. It seems like a pattern where people do that. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like people just tend to pick their. It is natural. People tend to pick their own. And look, I'm gonna take skin color out of this. I have a team at work. The manager is female. Who do you think the majority of people on our team are? Female. And here's the crazy thing: engineering is like 90% male. So I think that is natural. It just happens that way. And is it good or not? I don't know. I think everyone has biases, right?
I think business, in the end of the day, it's about trust, and you got to pick the people you can trust. So, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah. No, I agree. Now, what I'm interested in, actually, because Vivek Ramaswamy, Elon Musk, they're both big in Doge, right? they're not really into this H1B thing. Trump did make a campaign promise before elections that he's gonna end H1B visas. And from what I know so far, I don't think he's spoken up about it yet. Do you guys know anything different?
Back.
I didn't hear about him.
I think someone dropped out. We need to add him back.
Yeah. No, Modesta, I noticed. I think his phone died or something. I'm waiting for him to come back on the studio. He's not here.
He said add him back. He's ready.
I don't see him. Have him click the link.
Yeah, we'll keep talking, but yeah, he hasn't said anything yet, and that's even more interesting to me because like he's kind of letting people talk.
Yeah, no, this is
unified point of view and all.
Dude, you'll often see this with Trump. I feel like a lot of times he lets things just play out and then see which side he should go on. Oh, there's Melissa. There we go. There you go. There you are.
Hello.
Yes. So this H1B thing, it is really like interesting.
Since we're on the
go ahead.
Since we're on the topic of H1B, the only way for an H1B guy to come here is on a plane. So a lot of stuff happening with planes nowadays.
Yeah. So
it's like butter. These transitions are like butter.
We have the plane expert.
That was good. No. Okay, let's take a second to appreciate that.
Let's take a second to appreciate that and Steph Curry's shot. The buzzer beater. Did you see that?
No.
Pull it up.
Bro, I stopped watching. I'm not even gonna
No. You have to watch. You should play the clip right now. I will live in a world where Steph Curry leads the world.
All right, so why'd you disagree with me?
Oh, because LeBron should just shut up and dribble the ball. Steph Curry, on the other hand.
Okay, let me send this video to you.
He doesn't walk in with a Malcolm X book. For the last year.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
You see that, right?
Yeah, I see that.
Azar, you will be shocked. You'll be shocked. I have not seen something like this in years. This is like prime Curry.
Zarar, can we talk also about those high school basketball players and how like LaMelo
and how
he's killing it
right now?
Didn't he? Yeah, we got to talk about that.
We got to talk about that after. You got to share it. You got to share it on the screen.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I could. I did it last time. What the heck did I do
copyright?
last time? No.
This is credit to Chaz.
Oh, there we go. They will present
Chaz NBA, whatever.
Your screen. Oh, why am I the only one showing here? How's this?
Let me see what the channel name is.
Present
Chaz NBA.
There we go. Could you guys see it?
Yes. Now we can see it. But we see your view stats. Oh, that's a.
But it all started with the Okogie rebound. Final 3 seconds. Step between the
No way. No way.
Buzzer beater. Isn't that crazy?
That should count for more than 2 points.
No way. He said that should count for more than 2 points.
What did he even do?
He's gonna slow-mo it, but even Durant dabs him up, and he's on the other team.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, I just want to see the replay. Hold on.
The slow-mo. You got to see in slow-mo.
Bro.
That's wild. And tell me how he's still doing this after so long.
How old is he? I don't even know how old he is.
30 plus, maybe 34.
But that's old, by the way, for sports.
Someone that's been doing it since like 25.
Of course, we got to give credit where credit's due, even if you want him to shut up and dribble. LeBron is also anomaly of a human being.
Yeah. Okay, now going back from Steph Curry to LeBron, I don't know how we got there, but the airplanes, guys, the airplanes.
Okay, yeah.
What is going on with these airplanes?
What's going on with it? You tell us.
Well, he's the airplane expert.
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Let's start with
I just want you to start off with.
No, I just want your reaction,
Well, someone filled me in. What exactly? Because I know a flight blew up randomly like a few days ago, and then I heard something else happened like today or yesterday.
So my question, I think it's a question. Why are planes crashing?
Wait,
isn't there like an insane QA process?
Oh yeah, he's the aero engineer.
Okay. All right, so
in Kazakhstan, the plane they said apparently was hit by birds. It crashed. It broke in half. People in the back half of the plane survived. Some of them, The people in the front half of the plane all died, and the two pieces landed probably 500 meters away from each other, based on the video I saw.
Wait,
Then,
It was a,
the
yeah,
plane
that
split in
was
half?
right?
The plane split in half?
yes,
From
when
birds?
when it crashed, it
Oh.
split in half, and then one guy recorded a video on the flight, sent it to his wife, and he's one of the ones that survived, and he was saying the kalima on it.
No, he's Muslim?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
Kazakhstan. Yo, so here's what I know. So about that specific story from what you just told me, that birds went into the engine. I know that is an issue, and I know they test religiously for it. You know what they do actually? They used to throw frozen like birds, actual birds, on the airplane engines. Like, so for testing, you go to a really cold place where you have a testing facility, you turn the engine on, and then you throw frozen turkeys at it. They used to do that back in the day, but then I guess that wasn't good for all the health people and all the animals and stuff. So then they started throwing synthetic turkeys at it, which feel very realistic, right? And they started testing with that. And now I heard they just have this whole thing where whatever roadkill there is, they just take it and they like freeze it and get it ready for that, get it for that kind of testing. So that's to say that I know they definitely test for this. Now I don't know much more detail about what else happened there, but yeah, that's crazy. So birds went into there. And another thing is airplanes can usually run with one engine. So if you have
That's what I'm
two
saying.
engines, if you have two engines and a bird goes into one and it's not working anymore, you should still be able to safely land with one engine. So yeah, I'm actually really
so
surprised.
what I actually saw
Is it
on
possible
X,
for me to share a screen?
I don't know.
we
Can
would
you? Do you
rather,
see the buttons?
yeah. So what I
I don't
actually
know.
saw on
Can you
X
pull up
was
that
We
video?
don't need to see the video.
we don't need
I'm
to
good.
Yeah,
I think everyone
I'm
saw.
okay on that.
I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it actually. Let's
I shared
see
it. I shared it.
So what I saw on X was that Kazakh plane was
Yeah.
actually, from my understanding, shot down.
That's
People say
easy, I
that.
think,
If
yeah.
you're seeing the side of it, there's a lot of bullet holes on the side of that plane.
And in the
Which makes
video that
more
was
sense.
recorded, there was a pool of blood on the
Here's the
left
video.
side of yeah.
So do you think they're crashing right now?
So before it was crashing,
Oh, the mask
they
came.
start-
Oh shoot.
the plane kept nosediving and they were picking it up, nosediving, picking it up. Like it was a long thing that happened.
No, that's freaky, dude.
This is crashed?
No.
And that guy survived.
Subhanallah, bro. That's crazy.
It really is though, because I saw a video. Oh, that's what you're talking about with the bullet holes?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
You know what what's crazy to me is that like I saw a video where it was like almost landing. I didn't know it got like messed up in flight. I thought it was landing and it was like a failed landing.
No,
So-
this was in flight. If you
so
see the
this-
video, it's going up and
So
down.
the second one
Oh.
that just happened like yesterday was Air Canada on the landing strip, and it
Uh-huh.
blows up while it's on the landing strip.
Did
But the
everyone
engine
die?
blows up, right?
Yes.
How?
Okay.
Bro.
Any casualties?
I wonder
There's
what company
another
that
one
is.
leaving from Thailand.
Yeah.
It landed, but the landing gear didn't deploy.
It landed in Halifax.
So no, there's one in Thailand, in Bangkok, and this thing's just sliding on a runway, no wheels. Bro, it veers off of the runway and runs into a wall, and the whole entire plane explodes.
Oh, that's crazy. So all these things, it reminds me of. Okay, so this one is actually not related to all these crashes. It reminds me of the Concorde. Do you guys know what the Concorde is?
I
No.
heard of a Concorde plane.
Is
Yeah,
it a
yeah.
blip?
Oh, the
No.
one in New York.
So the Concorde plane was actually, believe it or not, bro, we used to have super fast planes. So a Concorde plane was supersonic. I think you used to
Oh.
break this speed of sound. And so you used to be able to go from New York to London very fast, like very fast. And this is in the 70s, I think. We literally had a passenger airplane that used to break the speed of sound and go to London like this. Hold on. Concorde time, New York to London. Let's see that. Concorde time, New York to
Yeah,
London.
supersonic.
Yeah, let's see. Bro, guess how much it took? How
2
long it
hours.
took? This is in the 70s. It took
An hour and a half.
it took
2
just under 3 hours, just under 3 hours
Not
to get
bad.
to London from New York.
That's
So the
crazy.
reason
That's an
they
8-hour trip, by the way.
bro,
for
yeah,
reference.
yeah. So the reason they
Passenger?
stopped Yeah, passenger, bro, passenger. But it was super expensive. So majority of the people that used to fly it was like for business trips, like commercial and stuff. Like people like Ozzy would be flying it. So it was super expensive. It was also super loud, a lot of noise pollution. That's what they call it. And then what happened was, I think it got into one bad accident. I want to say it was in France or something, where it was taking off. It took off, and then 30 seconds later, it just crashed into a hotel. Everyone in the plane died. So that's why they stopped doing it. Or else, think about all the technology we have now. We could easily break the sound of speed of sound and fly really fast. And people wonder why we don't do that anymore. I feel like it's something we should try again. I mean, one accident shouldn't stop you from doing that. But I think something similar happened there, where a landing gear was like cracking, or a wheel. It was something very simple. Something
Why are
very
these
simple.
accidents happening like all in sequence?
Honestly, a part of me thinks like, because I felt this way about Boeing. Is it really
Oh,
things
they're
just
Boeing planes, by the way. They're
no
Boeing
way,
planes.
no
Yeah,
way?
yeah.
Well,
So my
Boeing
From
has
what I
been
know.
bad since the 737 door fell off, right? Or something like
Yeah.
that
yeah,
mid-flight.
no.
Go ahead, and I'm sorry.
Since the nosedives. So obviously Boeing went really down the drain with the 8 Max, which was supposed to be the most profitable airplane, and what started happening, the nosedives. Everyone heard about that. But then after that, a part of me feels like it is getting blown out of proportion, because we've had stuff with airplanes happen before. It's not that common, obviously, but it does happen. Like, and I think with just social media and just Boeing's bad name already, people are just so quick to like say that, oh my God, look, another Boeing plane did this. And I think all eyes are just on Boeing. A part of me feels bad, bro. Their name has been tarnished. It's actually pretty crazy. And there is heavy regulation. Yeah, things slip through the crack. I mean, I'd have to have more details on it, but it's just crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. And the thing is that like, is this happening? I feel like how Azur's saying, like you're saying it happens here and there, things slip through the cracks. This is a
Yeah,
matter of 1 week.
I know. But again, would it is it really just back to back, or is it just social media and this just happened? I have to post this. This is happening
Well,
again.
then that's concerning. If it
Yeah, yeah.
happens this often and now things are being brought to light.
I don't think okay, I'll take that back though. I don't think deadly accidents like this are that common. No. I mean, things could slip through the crack and you find them, but like deadly accidents like this, I don't think. And they're all three of the ones we've mentioned so far, they're all Boeing planes.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so. At least one. At least one of them. What
And
I know.
about the supersonic, right? What
Yeah.
effects like would that have on like a passenger? Like even like if you're on a plane right now, right? Like you know how people get like headaches and swollen feet and things like that because we're not even going supersonic. We're going like what, 300 miles per hour, 200?
Yeah.
500.
I mean, I
That's an
don't.
altitude thing, right? Not a.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's more because of altitude and pressure and all of that.
It's not
I
with
think
G-force going
no,
up.
no. That's not. Do you know what G-force is? G-force, bro. You would know. Um, I don't think because I
No, well,
think the what I think the biggest
you do.
effects would probably be sound. I think it would just be really sound, and everyone would probably have to wear earphones. Um, because in the military, everyone has supersonic planes, bro. Well, a lot of them do. A lot of them have supersonic planes, and they go undetected, probably faster, bro. It's
But they
insane.
experience a lot of G's.
And they have to train for that. But
Yeah.
I don't think these planes, because I think the G-force also comes from like the angles they swerve and like all the different
Yeah.
crazy stunts they do. It's not really, if you're flying flat, I don't know if you would
No,
go through that same
I don't
G-force.
think you experience it flying it flat, but I'm
Like
talking about
takeoff
like
and
takeoff.
landing,
Yeah,
yeah,
even if
takeoff.
on a regular plane now you're experiencing G's.
Yeah, but
So I'm
think
probably
about the
like
angle.
one.
The angle we take off at in a passenger plane is like this. In military, bro, it's like this. Like serious. And then when you're
That's
going down, it's like
crazy.
this. Yeah.
Do you see those like airplane videos with the aircraft carriers? It's wild what they be
Bro, they
doing.
have shows all the time. Yeah. I've never seen
You know,
I got tickets to a show once. I never went though.
in the
So
aircraft carrier, there's like a cable. There's a cable they
Yeah.
stretch out, and because there's not enough runway on the ship to slow down the plane, the plane has a hook underneath it, and they
Mhm.
basically fly it into the cable, and then that cable like goes like crazy, and it stops the plane. And this plane is like going like fast.
like
It's
full
crazy.
speed. It's coming out of the cable full speed.
Maybe
I think
not.
they
Yeah.
do that. They do that to launch it too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah, I
launching
believe they
cable as
rubber
well.
band it as well.
Yeah.
I
So
actually
another
went to a Eid party
uh-huh.
recently, or yes, it was an Eid party, and they were doing a show at Stewart Airport, with the fighter jets. It's insane. The sound
Yeah.
that it makes, it's crazy.
I mean, another interesting statistic is that you're safer on an airplane than a car, right? There's a higher chance of getting into a car accident than there is on an airplane accident.
Yeah.
But and again, that's because of all the strict regulations. Because if you have one airplane accident, you're killing everybody, right? In a car, like that, the chances of that happening is a lot slimmer.
And that's
But
what's so shocking, the fact that some of them
yeah,
survived that. Like, imagine they definitely have some trauma now, for sure.
yeah.
I
That's
don't think they're
crazy.
going on a plane again. I think that's safe to say.
Nah,
You
they'll
know-
probably go
My
eventually.
man is going back to the village in Kazakhstan, and he's not leaving that place.
You know what?
But
Sometimes
can
I
we
think
talk
about.
Oh, go ahead.
But
You know, I don't know if we should segue into F1, but you know, like the Halo in F1 and how it like saves these people, and these guys hit the wall. Like I
what do you
remember
mean the
one
Halo?
race.
Halo.
So
It's
there's
like a
on the on the
cage.
on the car. They
Yeah.
used to not have, like that thing that goes in front of them and goes around the top. It's
Oh
called the
yeah,
halo. So it's
Uh-huh.
basically the car is supposed to split, but that halo is never supposed to break.
Wow.
So they're always going to be protected. And
Mhm.
they added this not too long ago, but because a lot of people were dying. But they hit these walls, like Max Verstappen in Silverstone hit the wall with 51 G's of force.
That's
And
crazy.
he just
Oh.
walked it off. He got up, walked to the ambulance, got to the hospital, they checked him out, and he's good. He's there the next race. Like, we have a lot of technology that can actually secure these people. It's probably insanely expensive to do this.
But are you
But
gonna
I'm
put
wondering,
everyone in a halo?
exactly, can you, like, I wonder how like expensive it is to apply that to something like a plane, right? Like, if
Mhm.
people fall, like,
I even think like a parachute, like a large parachute, that you still get a bumpy ride, but in the end, it tones down how badly you crash.
Yeah,
Like, I think about stuff like that for planes all the time. Like,
bro.
yeah,
Bro, planes
plane
are scary,
crashes,
man.
they're great. Yeah, they're scary.
Planes are scary, especially thinking about the fact that people like me are making them. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's
Bro, I'm
pretty
not going
crazy,
on one
bro.
again. That's it.
That's
it's
pretty
also
crazy,
about
bro.
the fact that
Do you
people are
think-
driving them. And, like, I don't know who's driving them.
Do you?
I mean, nowadays it's not really. They basically just do the takeoff and landing. It's
Going
pretty much
to
the rest
the-
is autopilot.
going to the driver now.
But those are the scary parts.
We
by
just
the way.
came out of COVID, where
Yeah.
a lot of this education was done remote. Do you think that has any effect on all of the negative stuff that are happening around the world?
For sure.
The lack
Some
of
of it.
education?
Some of it has to do with that. Some of it has to do with minimal oversight, like
Yeah.
the quality of people running companies. Like,
Understaffing, I'm sure.
bro, did you guys
What
see
about
Trump
H1B1 visas?
on the 25th of December? Trump did like his Christmas post,
Mhm.
and he literally said, so he said Canada is going to become the 51st state.
Bro,
I saw
wants-
that.
he wants
I
it,
saved
dude.
that. I
He
saved
wants
that.
to-
Where's my phone?
He wants
okay.
to buy Greenland.
yeah.
And then he's saying that we need to be in control of Panama Canal, not the Chinese.
Yeah, yo, I watched a video on the history of that. I actually didn't get to finish it, but that was crazy. But the Greenland thing and the Canada, I just find hilarious because I feel like he knows that there's issues going on with the
He's
PM
chumping
Trudeau.
them so bad.
Bro, there's issues going on, and he's just taking it. He's exploiting it. He's like, I know there's issues going on. Let's become a 51st state. You think that would actually happen?
I feel
No.
like
I
he's
think
thinking
it's
outside the
possible.
box, and it might happen. Yeah.
In the
I don't think it
future,
will.
You actually think it would? That'd be crazy, bro.
maybe.
I don't think it's
15
actually
years from now.
useful, by the way, for that to happen.
It's probably
I
better
know.
for Canada than it is for us. Well,
Yeah.
Canada has a lot of resources. They have a lot of oil, I think.
Canada
It
has
would-
a
it's-
lot of land.
I feel
Like
like
a
it would
lot.
become like Russia, where they have the one part that's no one even
No one lives there. It's just ice. Yeah. I, mean,
yeah.
I think the majority of
What is it
the
called?
highest percentage of Canadians, they live within, I think, a few hundred miles of the Canadian-U.S. border.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might sound really bad, but I feel like if we
He's gonna pull
adopted
that up
Canada
now.
as a 51st state, it would be kind of like what Americans did to Native Americans. I feel like people would just overrun Canada. Like I'm gonna raise my hand. I would just go as far north as possible and stake out some land and be like, all right, this is mine now. Like we took you over. I feel like that attitude would happen. Okay,
Yeah,
so
just to
I
explore
also
what's out
watched
there.
I watched a Greenland documentary. So you watched the Panama one, I watched the Greenland. There's the Inuit people that live there. I think there's like 50,000 people that live in Greenland. And like it's uninhabitable almost. Like you had to take a helicopter in and out.
It's ice.
And
It's complete ice.
bro, Denmark, what are you doing? What are you doing this far west? First of all, Denmark, like how big is Denmark?
It's
No.
not that big. I know it is. It's pretty big.
So
It's
how do they
in.
own this
I
the
think it's
biggest
pretty.
island in the world? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it's a big
We
island,
gotta
But
but
why
it's
do
like
they
in
own
the
it?
middle of nowhere.
They probably landed there first. They're Scandinavians.
True.
You
Well,
know,
I agree that we need to purchase it, and then I'm down to go stake out some territory there as well.
Okay, so I know we're on this topic of Greenland, and it reminds me of Iceland. Sorry, not Iceland, but like the North Pole. I know this is a stretch, but that reminds me of Mr. Beast because he's been there. And
He's
I don't
been
know
to
if you
the
guys want to
North
talk
Pole?
about this, but have you seen the Beast games? Or do you guys want to talk about that?
Yeah,
Let's
so
talk about it. I don't know
has
enough
he
about
been
it.
has he been to the North Pole?
I don't watch Mr.
South
Beast.
Pole. I think he went to the South Pole.
Okay, so yeah, I would love to speak about that. He's walking around with millions of dollars cash that are real.
Bro, forget that. Okay, so we
Mhm.
already know he became one of the biggest YouTubers, right? This guy just started his own TV series on Amazon Prime. It's free. It's called The Beast Games. And he's given away, he broke 40 Guinness World Records. I just saw the third episode today. I think there's an episode every week. And basically from 2,000 people, one person wins $5 million. And it's gonna be a game show that goes on for like I think a month or something, a month or two. It's
How do I sign
insane, bro.
up?
What do
Yo,
they
you
do in the
can.
game? What's the
It's
game?
like so. It's like. Have you watched Squid Games? Have you guys watched Squid Games?
I heard about
No.
it, but I don't. I
I
didn't.
didn't
Watch
I
it.
never watched it either, but he did a video like Squid Games on YouTube, and that video ended up getting more views than YouTube. I mean, than the actual original Squid Games. So yeah. So then now he did this game show, and it's very similar to Squid Games, but like in Squid Games, people died. Over here, they don't die. Obviously, they just lose. But like he just makes them do crazy stuff. Like the episode I saw today, he had people find like their best friends because they're living in one city together. So with your best friends, you just do a sack race, right? One side to the other, just for fun. And then now that he knows who your best friends are, now he puts you in an isolated box, and three of the best friends have to choose one person to like get out, basically. So you have to eliminate them. There's a lot of
Psychological.
psychological games he plays in these. It's pretty cool. It's a good show. I like
Did
it.
you see him and Ronaldo coming together? It was about to
Yeah,
break
yeah,
the
yeah.
internet.
Yeah,
We have 3 minutes left. Let's make the most of it.
Oh shoot, yeah. So Ronaldo, I saw the video where Ronaldo was like he gained the most subscribers in 24 hours. He broke that record of his.
Yeah.
And they did a
Wow.
video together. But yeah,
He's huge, and he's also an anomaly of a human.
Well,
But
Ronaldo, let's go to him real quick. Today, didn't he win the Golden Ball or whatever? Or was that a while ago?
Wait,
I
he's
don't
not
know.
that good anymore.
I believe he won the Golden Ball, and so they essentially are announcing it. This might be old, but they're announcing it, and they're like the best goal, the person with the most the goals, this and that, and before this person even finishes, he gets up and he's walking on stage already to like go get
Yeah.
his.
Let
that
me
was
tell you
not
about Ronaldo.
for
This is what I
this
heard
year,
about him.
think.
yeah, our soccer expert.
Yeah, so basically his feet are really messed up because what he
Mhm.
does is he wears cleats that are too small for him to get better control of the ball. Imagine for how long has he been playing? Like 15, 20 years now plus. He's been wearing small shoes
That's
like all
crazy.
day, and his feet are messed up.
I
Isn't
really
that
don't know
crazy?
that much about.
Worth it?
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna search up Ronaldo's feet.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I don't know that much about soccer. All I know is Ronaldo and Messi. But the thing is, Ronaldo looks like a freak of an athlete. He's big, tall, he could jump super high. Messi is like this little guy. And I'm like, the fact that he competes with someone
Yeah.
as well built as Ronaldo, that's insane.
I think it's like
And
raw
Ronaldo, like, this
talent
form-
versus like
practice.
like hard like application.
Ronaldo's form like sucks.
Uh-huh.
Like he looks so bad. I'm gonna be honest. He doesn't look good while
Yo,
playing.
people are
soccer.
definitely gonna be upset.
He definitely jumps like 6 foot high on a clean like straight vertical, like
Yeah.
4 foot maybe. But like the way he runs like sideways and stuff, it looks so ugly to me. Although full respect to him. Now if you
Okay.
take Messi on the other hand, Messi like he's not even that strong. He's probably like 5'10", 5'9".
Bro, I heard he's
Raw
shorter than that.
skill.
I heard he's shorter than that.
Raw
I-
skill. Like
I think
Other-
Neymar
but
too.
one thing-
Neymar is pretty cool when he's playing.
Neymar
one thing-
cuts hair and plays Counter Strike. Like, come on.
Yeah.
What-
Bro,
hanging out
Messi
with
is 5'7". Messi is
Other-
5'7".
No way.
One thing I will say about
That's what
Ronaldo
Google
though
says.
is my man is he's built and he's running and he's still outpacing some of these young people and he's 39.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
I don't care what he did run like weird, like when he like runs, he like kind of like I don't know how to describe it, but he
You
still
guys can-
moves down the field.
You guys can go to Saudi Arabia and watch him for like $30 now.
That's
They-
wild.
they
That's
just
I went to see
Disrespect
him.
him, by the way.
That's wait.
Oh,
That's
tell us.
wild.
Tell us. They disrespect the fact that they're seeing Ronaldo. They don't appreciate.
Oh, like
it.
they don't care. Like yeah, like growing up, it was a dream to see him play. Nowadays, the stadium leaves before like the game's even over, but Ronaldo's on the field. But
No
I'm gonna also
way.
give him credit because when he even like does any kind of like crowd control or whatever, like raising his hands, they go wild. Oh, and then Georgina's always there, but do we want to get deep on that? We probably don't want
No,
to.
I think we need to wrap
Yeah.
up today because our last video was also pretty long. It was an hour
Yeah.
and 15 minutes.
Now, okay, so all I'm gonna say is make sure you like this video and subscribe to our new channel. This is episode 3, and we will see you next week on our podcast. Thank you so much, everybody.
And let us
Assalamu
know.
alaikum. Bye.
Let us know
Yeah.
in the comments if you want us to talk about anything specific.
Let us know in the comments.
Let's
Let
do
us
it.
know.
All right, see you.
Like, comment,
All right,
subscribe,
peace.
and share.
Assalamu alaikum.
Peace.